So we're going to take this photo from this to this. Let's do it. All right, first thing we want to do is open your light panel right there. I'm going to increase the exposure just a little bit. I'm not going to touch the contrast, highlights, shadows, none of that. Don't worry about it for now because I'm going to use the curves. Bring the shadows down, bring the highlights up. I'll make it a little faded because I like a nice little faded background. All right, good. Go to the color tab. Go to auto. It'll usually set it okay for you. I want this one a little bit warmer. Great. Effects, don't really need any. Detail, sharpening, I like to bring it up for wildlife. And masking, if you move the slider up, what it's doing is selecting only what is in focus the higher you go. I like bringing mine to around 80 to 90, just to kind of get the subject in place there. There we go, nice. Now, next thing I want to do is a masking tool. Masking tool, which I already had open before I selected the subject. You hit the plus button, select subject, it'll select your subject. This one's a little bit off, where it's showing a little bit of the background, but for now, we're just gonna go ahead and increase the exposure on that. Long press it. It's gonna open up the invert. Go ahead and invert it and lower the exposure of your background a little bit. This is going to separate your subject from the rest of the screen. See? So far, this is how we're looking. Not too bad. Now, next mask I want to add, I want to increase that darkening that's already coming in from the natural light on the right side. So I'm going to use a gradient mask. I'm going to darken it down just a little bit. And I'm going to hit the little plus minus button right there. Subtract from mask 2, subtract the subject. Very nice. Second one I'm going to do is another linear gradient on this side. Just going to back up a little bit, just going to be slight. I'm going to adjust the color of that to be a little bit warmer. Almost makes it look like sunlight. So that's nice. I'm going to leave the exposure how it is. Third mask I'm going to do is from the bottom, because I want to separate my subject from the foreground a little bit. Bring that down just slightly and increase the clarity. Now something important, going back to my actual subject, I want to make him stand out more, so I'm going to increase the clarity to about 40 and the texture to about 20. Alright, so far we look okay as far as masking goes. I might want him to be a little warmer. That's nice. Now, I go back to the original photo, original settings, get out of the masking tool, increase my exposure a little bit more. Make sure not to overexpose them too much. And I can bring down the shadows just a little bit, bring down my highlights slightly, and kind of adjust a little bit until you get that look you're going for. So there you go. That's how you edit this photo in under 3 minutes.